House Saar is the technological powerhouse of Necromunda. Its artisans and armorers creating the finest weapons and war gear in all of the clans. Their power, however, is built around a dark secret, unknown to outsiders, and even many within the house. Generations ago, the forefathers of the house toiled in the depths of the hives, seeking the lost knowledge of ages past. What they uncovered was a fragment of an ancient standard template construct system, and it was upon this device that the clan's fortunes were built. Even for the augmented techno-scriveners of the Saar, such a thing as an STC was difficult to understand, and though potent, the artifact was incomplete, and worse, it was flawed. The STC bled exotic energies into all those who used it, and the upper cabals of the house were soon hopelessly irradiated. A price they gladly paid for the technological wonders that the STC produce. Whilst it is the oldest and most powerful Saar that drink deepest from the STC's poison chalice, and so are the most wizened and withered of their kind, all within the house are affected by it in one fashion or another. By the time a Saar comes of age, their body has already been exposed to radiation far in excess of the norm, even for a toxic world such as Necromunda, and they must spend most of their time encased in specially crafted suits to regulate their ravaged organs and polluted blood. Unlike other houses, which often seek out dissidents and hyper-violent misfits to fight their endless inter-house wars, House Saar chooses its gang leaders from master crafters, tech scriveners, and cognos scholars. These learned men and women are more than mere weapons to be used against their rivals, but also innovators and salvagers, creating and recovering technologies for their house's masters. Well versed in the catechisms of tech and their prayers to the machine, they have an understanding of the Imperium's ancient machine second only to the servants of the Mechanicum. Often, their mission is to recover lost tech from the depths of a hive, or the vaults of their rivals, each find adding to the clan's arsenal of advancements. The greatest of these gang masters may be honored for their work with unique tech gifts from their house, or if they have done Saar a truly exceptional service, may even have a weapon variant or device named after them, like the Gantic Pattern Plasma Gun or the Hicks Rambler. The true grail for a Saar gang is to find the missing pieces of their STC, and perhaps reverse or stall its degenerative effects upon their people. For this prize they will delve deep into the Underhive or trek out into the Ash Wastes and beyond. So far, little progress has been made, and the gang still rely upon cocktails of chemicals from their injector rigs or blood purification implants to prolong their lives. As benefits the fighters of the house rich in mechanical resources, Saar gangs favor technological solutions to battlefield challenges. Like the chambers of a well-greased stub gun, the gang enters the fray with each warrior knowing their role. An overseer of combat, the gang leader directs their followers, luring the foe into killing grounds, feinting with skirmishers, and probing with speculative fire. Enemies are often detected in halos of green light upon bioscanner screens, or picked thieves long before they are aware of the Saar fighters' presence. While meticulously machined and maintained plasma pistols, las carbines, and radguns track their advance. To a Saar fighter, a weapon is more than merely a tool with which to bring down rivals, but a gift from the great work conclaves of the house. Like a child, it is theirs to care for and maintain, the weapon's life-given purpose in their willing hands. For this reason, the gangers rarely use scavenged weaponry or anything that has not been crafted by the gang itself. Even seemingly crude weaponry such as clubs or knives are works of art, handles perfectly weighted against heads, hafts fitted with pneumonic compellers to enhance swing, or edges tipped with monofilament strands to make them impossibly sharp. Van Saar gangs thrust into the war between houses must forsake ties to their former masters. While they remain cogs in the great Van Saar machine, their gangs are now part of its farthest extremities. As the inner workings of the house see to its continuation, so do the gangs bring about favorable outcomes beyond its auspices. Where a Van Saar gang takes root, its leader will build their own machine temple. These Shadowforges are a pale reflection of the fabricated vaults of the house itself, but compared to the bases of other gangs, they sufficiently provide the Van Saar gangers with ready-made places to fashion weapons, charge power packs, or craft armor. In the center of such a hideout, the leader's own weapons and armor stand sentinel, almost a blessed relic to the gang, whose machine spirit, like the leader, watches over their endeavors. Van Saar gangs and their leaders pursue the purity of technology just as they chase the advancement of their house. Often, a leader will choose one of the mysterious disciplines of the machine to master, and in turn, shape the kind of gang they lead. Archmega King Lufra, for example, seeks out the ancient wonders of the Hive. His gang are plunderers well known amongst the shadow realms beneath Gothrel's Needle. Festooned with trinkets of power, Luthrek has amassed a wealth of knowledge about the founders of the Needle, and often turns his environment against his enemies by manipulating forgotten systems to do his bidding. During the three-way firefight to break open Gothrel's Founders Vault, Luthrek reawakened the spirits of the Hive Diggers, mighty engines, quietened since the Hive's construction. The resulting quakes crushing his rivals under a cascade of ancient steel and scrap. In the quest to cure the curse of the STC, some Van Saar leaders have even taken to adapting their own body through mechanical and chemical means. Mareki of the Ordo Virgineers is the most accomplished of her kind, as evidenced by the complex subdermal filters that whir and hiss beneath her flesh. Marek seeks out not blessed cybernetics or technoscrap like many of her kin, but the perfect combinations of human chemicals for her anti-rad elixirs and enhancement potions. For years, Marek and her gang have plagued the barons of Quinspirus Cluster, often raiding the vaults of the Mortarium for the stores of the dead. Her greatest prize, though, remains elusive, the Escher gang leader Zenrian. The two warrior women play out their private war as Zenrian seeks to slay Mareki with exotic poisons, and the Van Saar covets the Escher's unique genetic makeup for her dark experiments. No tale of the great gangs of Van Saar would be complete without mentioning the legend of Razer's abomination. Razer was one of the clan's most talented cyber shurigans, who ironically met a messy end on the edge of a Dalak Whisperblade. Before his demise, it is said that Razer had found a cure to the exotic radiation exposure that affects all Van Saar to some degree, and the abomination is his only surviving test subject. Stories of this mystical warrior and the gang he leads have led many Van Saar gangs, not to mention countless others seeking profit and fame, to their doom in the Hive depths. Yet the tales persist, and from time to time there will be a sighting of a Van Saar fighter, hale and proud, striding into battle wearing the tattered remains of a survival suit, like a badge of honor.